In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can support your child when they come home and say an incident has happened. It's really important to sort of assess how serious that incident might be. For example, if a child says, I was lining up today and I got bumped on the line, that would be what we would consider a low-level incident, and it might be good to explain to the child, well, what was happening in that context, what was going on around you. Was everybody lining up? It's busy. So really it doesn't sound like anyone was being mean to you or bullying you. It was just an accident that might have happened. And it'd be really good to have a conversation with your child around what do you think you could do about that? Sometimes as adults, we want to solve for children and rescue them from situations, but it's really important to empower them and give them the confidence and trust them to say, I know you've got this, and you're able to say, hey, please don't be rough on the line, or give them the language that they can use to support them. Obviously, with each incident that happens, it's really important as a parent to be really assessing each of those situations and the severity of it. So as incidents become more serious, say if you heard that your child got hit or hurt in some physical way, that would be a more serious incident that would be important for you to come and have a conversation with the child and say, what do you think happened? Talk to them about what led up to it. What was your role in this? How could you have done anything differently in this situation? Supporting them to be empowered in the process. If you don't feel like your child has all those skills to be able to do that on their own, then we'll work with the school. Normally the low-level incidents you would talk through with the classroom teacher if it's something you felt the school needed to be aware of. And once that conversation has happened, you would then, sometimes it could be a three-way conversation with the child, the parent and the teacher to say, what can we do about this? How can we manage the situation? How can we be resilient around it? And then if that process gets a bit more serious, if we're thinking it's more of a bullying incident where it's like that repeated, targeted, very deliberate and a misuse of power from another child over someone else, that would be when we'd need to really work with, if your child was being bullied, giving them some strategies about how to be assertive, how to stand up for themselves so that they don't become an ongoing victim, really giving them voice, confidence to have their own voice and find their own person, and they know that they're really valued and important. And at the same time, once you'd alerted the school, we would work with both parties. So we would work with the child who was doing the bullying, and we would work with the child who had been bullied, to give both strategies to be able to have a more positive relationship. And we would always be working towards reconciliation. So our idea would be that at the end of our process, we would have the children being able to be in positive relationship with each other. Not necessarily best friends, but being able to be interacting in positive ways together, both feeling safe and secure in their person, in their relationship with each other.